This meeting is now called to order. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Prince?
Here.
Ms. Perez?
Here.
Mr. Pavoni?
Here.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Mr. Corman?
Here.
Ms. Palmer?
Here.
Mr. Person? Roll call, Mr. Mayor, one absent.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Prince.
I move we excuse the absent council member.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Prince, second by Mr. Corman, that we excuse Councilmember Person. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to administrative report, Mr. Covington.
He's absent.
He's not here, so I'm going to assume we don't have an administrative report.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to
Two.
audience comment. We have one person who has signed up to address the council. Is it Thomas Martin?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Martin, if you just come up to the podium, give your name and city of residence for the record, and you have 5 minutes.
Okay.
Right next to you there.
I give this.
Oh, yeah. I'll pick that up later, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
I'm Thomas Martin, and I just wanted to bring up a little concern about the Renton Transit Center. It seems to be getting a little bit out of control down there. I don't feel very safe down there sometimes, but there's a little bit of a mess down there. A lot of people are smoking and joking and making a mess. So I'll take it on myself to point out to people that it's a no smoking area. I'd like to see something about that a little bit better publicized as the area that is no smoking. From what I understand, is that whole block is no smoking area. They shouldn't really be smoking there. And then I noticed that a lot of people are taking over the bus shelters and making it very uncomfortable for anybody that wants to take advantage of the bus shelter to get out of the rain and wind, and they're just not available. And I'd like to see maybe some advice as to how we can get some of these people that are down there causing the disturbance to clean up the area and control themselves a little bit better, or ask them to leave. And I'm going to pledge $50 to some brooms, and that's not going to be very much, I understand, but I'll also go and solicit donations from like McClendon's and the local merchants to maybe pick up some more brooms and dustpans that we can give to these people and say, okay, when you're down here, maybe you can clean up this area a little bit. And if you don't want to be helping clean up, you're going to have to leave the area. And then one other concern I had was sometimes I use a wheelchair to get around, and the curb cut between 3rd and Williams in front of the auction house there is flooded when it rains. And I just really want to see something about that being taken care of.
Okay.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. And it's very timely that you came before the council because we have a group of administrators that are meeting to discuss security issues and cleanup issues around the transit center. So I'll make sure that they receive your comments. And then we'll have our staff check on that curb area that the water is gathering.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Thank
Mr.
you.
Mayor?
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
Mr. Martin, I couldn't help but notice that sporty bow tie you got around your neck. Let me know the dates you're not using it, and maybe I can sport it too. Thank you for sharing this information with us.
Okay, moving on back up to administrative report, Mr. Covington.
I have no report tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, so we'll skip on to consent agenda. We have 6 items for council consideration. Are there any items that council member would like pulled for discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Prince.
seeing none, I move the consent agenda to be approved as read.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Prince, seconded by Mr. Corman, that council approve the consent agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to unfinished business, Mr. Prince.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Ms. Perez.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Pavoni.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, Public Safety has one committee report.
Public Safety Committee report. Ordinance amending Rent Municipal Code 1-3-3. The Public Safety Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to approve the ordinance amending RMC 133 in order to clarify the concepts of an application of notice, nexus, what constitutes an emergency, and the presumption of knowledge. This is signed by the committee chair and member.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Pavoni.
I move that the council concur with the committee report.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Pavoni, seconded by Mr. Taylor, that council concur with the Public Safety Committee report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
if I could ask the chair if he could just expand for the public at home a little bit about what we just voted on so that they could understand exactly what that means. I'm sure some of the people that were concerned about safety might be interested in knowing about that.
Sure, absolutely. What this is about, Mr. Mayor, is this is language, changing some of the language in the ordinance that has to do with the nuisance that can occur from businesses that are having problems, such as the shooting that we had down at one of the businesses, and it allows the city to act faster and protect the safety of the public. I believe I've wrapped that up. Hopefully Larry can. Is that good enough?
That's fine.
That's
Mr. Pavoni.
okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
That's it.
Mr. Taylor.
Oh, no unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Corman.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Ms. Palmer.
Yes, I have a Transportation Committee report.
Okay, Transportation Aviation Committee report. CM Design Consultant Agreement for Duval Pavement Preservation. The Transportation Aviation Committee authorizes the mayor and city clerk to execute the consultant agreement with CM Design in the amount of $157,759 to proceed with design engineering services for the Duval Avenue Northeast Pavement Preservation Northeast 4th Street to Northeast 10th Street project. This is signed by the committee chair and vice chair.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I
Ms.
move
Palmer.
that council concur with the committee report.
Second.
Been moved by Ms. Palmer, seconded by Ms. Perez, that council concur with the Transportation Committee report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
we were remiss in skipping one of the reports for finance as well.
Okay.
Okay, this is a Finance Committee report. Approval of claims and payroll vouchers. The Finance Committee approves for payment on March 2nd, 2015. Claims vouchers 336307 through 336581, 3 wire transfers and 1 payroll run with benefit withholding payments totaling $4,759,734.28, and payroll vouchers including 723 direct deposits and 298 payroll checks totaling $1,805,838.62. This is signed by the committee vice chair and member.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
I move the council concur with the Finance Committee's committee report.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Taylor, seconded by Mr. Pavoni, that council concur with the Finance Committee report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Moving on to resolutions and ordinances. We have one resolution and one ordinance for first reading.
The resolutions regarding the city's business plan. A resolution of the City of Renton, Washington, adopting the 2016 to 2021 business plan.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Prince.
I move the resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Prince, seconded by Mr. Taylor, that this resolution be adopted as read. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Okay, the ordinance is for first reading, and it's regarding amending Rent Municipal Code 133. An ordinance of the City of Renton, Washington, amending Section 133 of Chapter 3, Remedies and Penalties of Title I Administrative of City Code by clarifying and updating nuisance definitions and regulations.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Pavoni.
I move the ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Pavoni, seconded by Mr. Taylor, that this ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, Excuse me, moving on to new business, Mr. Prince.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, a couple of items. Number one, over the weekend, I had the opportunity to attend the Renton Hills Museum's Black History Month event, Global Heat, Hip Hop, Soul, Music, and Dance. And it was amazing, one, that the museum did this thing on Black History Month, celebrating Black History Month, but the diversity in the crowd of people who were there, young, old, black, white, Asian, Latino, was really awesome to see. Then I had the opportunity to bump into Councilmember Palmer at the Play It Forward concert over at the Pavilion Center, and it was packed. So many parents there, so it was a big community event. So those are the two things I did over the weekend. Committee of the Whole for Monday, March 9th is canceled. We're also canceling the council meeting on March 16th.
Yeah.
And I need to make a motion for that one. So I move that we cancel the council meeting March 16th.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Prince, seconded by Mr. Corman, that the council meeting of March 16th be canceled. Any discussion?
And so I'm out of town, Don's out of town, the mayor's out of town. And so
Don't we have 5 Mondays?
we do have 5
So
Mondays.
will we still take off the 5th Monday?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so it will be the 16th and then whatever the date is on the last.
30th.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Any other comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Okay, Ms. Perez.
No new business, Mr. Mayor, but I went with President Prince and with you to the Sound Cities Association First Networking Dinner on Tuesday, and the speaker was the King County Executive Don Constantine, and as well I went to the Renton Pavilion to the Renton School musical on Sunday, and I agree it was a wonderful event. And congratulations to all of the coordinators. It was a really good effort to all of them. Thank you.
That's great. I hope they raised a lot of money. That was a
I do
big
too.
deal, and it's good to hear there was a good crowd.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Pavoni.
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
Hey, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the utility committee that normally will be scheduled for Monday has been canceled,
Okay.
and that is all, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Corman?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, the Planning and Development Committee meeting that was also scheduled for Monday is also, Monday, March 9th, is also canceled.
Okay. Ms. Palmer?
No new business.
Okay.
And Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Ms.
sorry, I forgot to mention that the Community Service Committee, it's also canceled on March 9th. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on to audience comment. Was there anybody who wanted to address the council? Kathy? What's the wish of the council?
Move we adjourn.
Second?
Been moved by Mr. Prince and seconded by Mr. Corman that we adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.